welcome back to our community. If you're new, I'm Jen. I focus on all things health, wellness, self-care while living in New York City, and also a ton of productivity. So on the community tab, I always have you guys voting on my content, and you said that one of your favorite videos that I always do is my productive vlog. So I figured, why not have you guys plan with me, because every single month I have a very extensive monthly planning ritual, and I want to take you guys along with me. So first, let's go down here and we're gonna whip out my bullet journal. I use Lauren Doan's bullet journal, and I keep it super simple. I don't spend too much time on the design of it. I don't make it complicated at all. If you want more insight into like how I do super easy, not artistic bullet journaling, I'll link it up here and in the description. But we are going to start with our goals and manifestation list for the month. So I'm gonna take you down here and you guys can watch me fill mine out. And at the same time, I would love if you guys could fill yours out as well, since it is March 1st.
Voiceover Jen here. These are my favorite markers. They are the mild liner markers. I get them on Amazon. I can link them down below. I just have fun with it. In the fall, I'll use more like orangey autumn colors, and right now I'm just using some blues because why not? I keep it super simple. So for these goals, they're monthly goals, so they're really specifically tailored to that month. So as you can see here, 3,500 YouTube subscribers, that's a really realistic goal for me to hit this month, and it's very specific to March. I also put down that I want to drink more water, just a few things that I really want to focus on this month, and I make them super realistic. Then when we move down to manifestations, this is a place for me to just take this time of the month to re-visualize and write out my manifestations in a life. They're not super tailored to just this month. I do not put a timeline on them. It's all in divine timing, and I like to dream big. For example, 100K subscribers. That is obviously not something that I want to or would happen in March, but I'm just manifesting it for my future.
Okay, so now we're going to, before we fill out our monthly YouTube goals, I want to reflect on the month before. So I fill out these worksheets every single month, and they're worth nothing if you're not going to reflect on them at the end of the month, right? So I got these worksheets. I'm a part of Natalie Barbu's Patreon, and if you don't know, Natalie Barbu is a lifestyle YouTuber. She has her own podcast. She is a full-time content creator. She owns her own agency, all that kind of stuff. If you want to know more about her, I actually had her on my podcast, so I will link that below. But I'm a part of her Patreon channel, which means I pay $3 a month to be part of this community where she gives us tips on social media, content creation, live Q&As, all that stuff. And she created these monthly YouTube goal worksheets, so I do them every single month. Let's go down here and reflect on last month.
Worksheet, I'm going to have to come back around to it after we do all my content calendar on the Google Calendar and the whiteboard to fill in the rest.
So now we're gonna go into the Google Calendar, and then once that is all set in the Google Calendar digitally, I will then put everything on my whiteboard here, because this is the first thing I look at if I'm in meetings, if I need to glance at the calendar. This whiteboard is the first thing I look at, especially when it comes to personal stuff. So usually when it comes to content, I am putting it on here, but I really look at my Google Calendar for content creation. But if I need to look if I'm recording a podcast on this upcoming Sunday, I take a quick glance at this calendar. If I have dinner coming up, therapy, whatever it is, it's all on the whiteboard. I know it seems so extensive, but it's honestly so fun for me. And then the entire month, I have this whiteboard already good and ready to go, and am able to glance at it because I don't have those written planners anymore. Let's get into the Google Calendar and then the whiteboard, and we'll be on our way. Ready to crush it this month.
We go into the monthly view, and as you can see here, I already have a lot written down, and that's because when I'm feeling super inspired, when I'm brainstorming, I always dump in a bunch of video ideas in the Google Calendar, and sometimes it ends up being planned like months in advance, so you can see that there's a bunch of stuff here. But now that the month is actually ahead of us, I go in and make sure that it all still makes sense, timing-wise, if I actually have time to film on certain days that I, put down that I was gonna film, and then same with the podcast. podcast, every time I record a podcast, I then put it to be the next podcast to upload on the calendar. So all of these in pink are uploading podcasts. And as you can see, I'm moving them around a little bit just to make sure they make sense, because I did reschedule some of these recordings. So that needs to be moved around a little bit. And I just like make sure that everything basically makes sense and finalize everything for the month. And now that I have all of my videos and content planned out, I can jump back into this worksheet, write down all my video ideas and estimate views and set those goals.
I'm doing a reel at the same time because one of my goals was to do more reels this month. So we're multitasking. So I'm looking at my Google Calendar always while I'm doing this because I'm essentially taking everything I just planned and putting it on here. So as you can see here, everything that I have to film is in blue for YouTube, and every podcast episode that I'm uploading or recording is in green. So you can see here, I'm recording with the Veggiekins at 11 a.m. on the 14th, and then on the 15th, I'm uploading another episode that I recorded in February. And these longer ones mean that it's a week-long YouTube video. So trying out popular fitness YouTubers all week, trying Ayurveda for a week, and then the one-day ones, or like the sit-down videos, are just on one of the days. So film how I started a podcast, film a morning routine, and then anything in red is personal appointments, dates to note, phone calls, dinners, things like that. So you see therapy every single week. I have dinner with friends here. I have birthdays. And just to not take up space, I put here that I record podcast intros every single Sunday, and I already know that it's in my Google Calendar, and that is pretty much it. So then I just put it up against this wall here and we're good to go. Thank you guys for planning your month with me. I hope you got some inspo on how to just like get organized for the month ahead. Let me know if you had any key takeaways from this video, or if there's anything that you guys do to plan that I might not do. Drop it down below. I love geeking out on this stuff. Please subscribe, because once we hit 3,000 subscribers, I would love to do a journal with me live where we can journal together and talk about our morning rituals. I just want to be able to bring you guys into the conversation and actually talk to you guys and meet you guys. So I want to dabble in YouTube Live. We gotta hit 3,000 subscribers first. We're like 40 away, so we should be hitting that in the next few days. I'm so excited to be growing this community with you guys. Please give this video a thumbs up so more people can find us, and click that notification bell so that you never miss a video and you can be part of this amazing community that I already love so much. I will see you guys next time. Stay safe and wear a mask.